Commander Black, personal log 2021.17.11. Here we go again. More building on Big Mama. One day she'll be complete. And when she is, she'll terrorize the universe. But until then, we carry on with our work. Slow as it may be, that's how you get big jobs done. One step at a time. End log. Alright, system test. Looks like everything's okay. Excellent. Well, we do have gravity, so might as well use it. Hey, Hempy. Nice to see you. I've been watching you build small vessels. A lot of interesting shapes and choices. There's a lot to be learned there. Did you ever give Space Engineers a try? I took a look at it, but I'm not necessarily interested in it. Let's go with Burn to a Crisp for bloody as hell. R2 is okay. Let's go upstairs and say hi to Lieutenant Commander and Mr. Head of Security, and then we'll get started. Security Chief? Lieutenant Commander, anything to report? Yes, I completely understand. It is a very, very boring place, but hey, we do as much as we can, right? Take the ship out. Take the Star Warden out. Get yourself a crew, send them out. Go explore a little bit. Just, stay out of trouble. Don't really feel like doing the farming today. I guess I'll have Genghis do it. Alright. Spear of Selene is sitting here. Doing nothing. Kind of the only way to see these LCDs, really. Privacy screen. Gotta fix that one light. Or those two lights. But for the most part, pretty sturdy ship. It gets made out of plastic. Oops. I have to go all the way up. I need to check the fuel. On the Tesseract. Actually, let's move her a little bit forward. Come on, 180. So much yaw. Too much yaw, almost. But hey. Better to have too much than not enough. All right, let's head to Big Mama. See what we can get done today. But before I do, yeah, make sure the Tesseract has enough fuel. Tesseract. 68 is fine. No thrusters on? No. What about the Raven? I think the Raven is ready to go to war. Fuel is low. Okay. Yeah, nothing but weapons. Nothing but bullets. Top that off as well. Tell me not that it's not. There we go. 100%. Has to be 100%. Untaxed. Okay, she's good. So I think for the most part, all of the ammo boxes full of bullets. We don't have that many rockets. Is that enough space for 2,000 here? It has a lot of artillery. Too much. 1,000. Another 1,000. Right. Let's swap this out. You know what? It's got 1,000 the other one, so that's fine. Pretty sure we made a bunch of rockets. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so when we do need to go to assault the Legacy, the Raven and her 114 turrets will be ready. Battle. But we're not there yet. Why is this on? Why is the Mobius egg on? Doesn't need to be on. There's no reason. Wait, is it missing something? It's missing missiles as well. That's all right. We'll put some in later. It's not exactly. It's just a storage vessel. It really doesn't necessarily need all of the guns. All right then. Let's go with coming. Painting this is going to be both tedious and a joy. We need to start putting all the turrets in as well. I need to sort this section out. This is the turret placement, Hempy inspired, because he loves his plates so much, or his walls. And of course, the Hecken driver thruster assembly with a little Scarly stuck in there. I was working on this the last time. Alright, let's put the plane of symmetry on. Whoa. No, I don't really think I'm going to use that plane, but still. We need to work on the bottom as well. That's going to be a major endeavor. So that's completely empty. And these thruster assemblies as well. I think they're lacking both in top and bottom. So need to sort those out. But we've capped 1,000 XL thrusters. And 600 million CPU. I think. Let me just check that. Oh yeah, 625 million CPU. 1,004 XL thrusters. And of course, an advanced core. So it will function. Let's see. Just park right here. We can use the light from Zod. Help us with the building. And tackle this challenge that we have. We need to get this surface to meet this here and close off the entirety of this. Oh, you know what? Just so she doesn't feel neglected. Good morning, Ida. Good morning, Ida.
Yes, Commander, it is.
Mm-hmm. Are you feeling well today?
It is an absolute.
Good. Good to hear it. Let's continue with Enrico's underground. Ida, turn light on. Thank you, Ida. Okay, so this wall has to come out to meet here and down there, and then this has to be shaped around to meet here. This needs to be straight up until this point at least, and then curve into this. So I think starting here is what's going to happen. It's where we need to start. Ida, open logistics. Ida, open logistics. Thank you again, Ida. Alright, I think we're working from container controller 2. I need more combat seal blocks. I'm not going to build them, so I have to go and take out... I've taken out so many ships, and I've just thrown them all into the factory. To the point where I think... You know what? I could spawn something from the factory, and then just rip it apart. Actually, I have to choose a blueprint before you can see what's in there. Let's see... So we have a decent amount of everything. Holy cobalt plant, man. What is that? Okay. Is there any new ships that I wanted to try? Oh. It's Jay Randall's new one. Oh, that's Kithid's answer to the Helios. This modular ship. I think I watched him start the beginning of that. Scarlet's ship. I converted this one. This is one of Solisticor's POI stuff. And I don't see any new ones other than that stuff, but that's something I really want to test out. I wouldn't mind trying out this Badger. Do we have enough for it? Xeno substrate and iron carbon substrate are pretty much the only things we're missing. So we could do this. It would take 5 hours to build. Not sure I want to use up the iron right now, primarily because then I'll have to go to the auto miners, and that takes forever. I don't really feel like doing that now, so. Close window. All right. Let us begin. Scarly! Speak of the devil. He's just looking at the eternal torment. That is a slice corner A1. Or no, is that a ramp? That's a slice corner D. So we would go to a cut corner C. But that's not going to give us the transition we need a cut corner B. No. I was just looking at the ships that I have in my blueprint factory to find if there's any that I want to actually spawn in and give a try. I was looking at the Badger by J. Randall, but I don't have enough iron in the factory, and I'm not willing to put any iron in the factory to get it, so cooperate here. There we go. Right, so this meets up. Everything's good here. Yes, solid blocks here. For now, I'll have to come around and change the shape. Probably should do it now, though. Okay, so this could be a slice corner A2 into... if we use a slice corner A2, then we have to use small corner C. But this is going to be a corner half A3. Medium. Is it medium? Has to be a medium, because the corner half A3 is this one. Which I wish I hadn't done now. If I put a corner half A3 medium here, that turns this piece into a slice corner A1. That's not lined up exactly. So we might have to bring this surface inwards. Which is fine. We'll use this shaping to do it. So this looks like 2, 4, 6 blocks. Cut corner C. Cut corner C is very useful. It works with the corner half A3 medium. It works with slice corner D. Works with a whole bunch of pieces. A very useful piece. Six. And this transition is taking 2 blocks. But we want it to go back, which means we can only put 2. So we'll put 2 here. Just to solidify this shape. Something makes me think that's the wrong piece. Oh, it's just there to support that. Okay. That's fine. And then we need to bring it in by a block. Now we could do... Here, what do we have? Okay, so it goes into a cut corner or a ramp B medium, ramp C medium actually, and then goes to ramp A. I guess we'll follow a similar path. And we'll do it while listening to Groovy Hippos. Had a thought of a new CV last night, really fancy and having a go at making it too. It would be another new build. Well, you know, even if you don't finish it, putting the basic idea down is still capturing that, right? So, you know, and you have a lot of projects that are just sitting by. I don't see the harm in starting it, getting it down to a point where you can remember where you're going with it, and then setting it aside while you finish the rest of your stuff. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. Okay. Let's bring it in again. I think you were on today, weren't you? I was watching you build the cryogenic facility. Yeah, I was watching you and M321. He's working on his assault carrier. Well, last night for you, morning for me. I was at work, so luckily still working from home, so I can watch. Can't talk, though, because I can't hear anything. Okay, so that brings us to where we want to be. Even though with Xenoblocks it doesn't really matter that much, the orientation of solid blocks, but it does matter for combat steel, whatever, any other block that has proper textures, so making sure that your blocks are the default is good. Ramp A. Huh. Oh, okay, I see. So that's a cut corner C. What is that piece, though? Is that a ramp D? No, it doesn't matter. But it's a good habit for me to get into. Because I've built big CVs, and if they have flat surfaces, when you paint them one texture, especially if you're using like, doesn't matter so much with carpet and stuff like that, but let me just see if I can find a combat steel block. So if you're using like this texture, when you fly at a certain angle, you can see patches of where you put a group of blocks and they weren't in the same orientation. So I was wondering when I was watching Gillum the Great build something, I can't remember what he was building, but he kept on picking up the blocks on his belt and putting them back down. I couldn't understand why he was doing it until I built that ship, painted it, and when I was flying it around I noticed, and I'm like, ah, that makes sense now. So, the point is to cultivate good habits so that in the future when I am building with steel or plastic or anything that uses that texture, I won't end up with that issue. That's what I did with the Spear of Selene back at the base. And it makes a huge difference. I honestly consider learning that lesson to be a step in the evolution as a builder. Well, I mean, who says old dogs can't learn new tricks, right? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to replace this piece here with a ramp B medium, because I want to use a ramp D here. So let's mark it for deletion. If you build in survival, and especially if you're building something big, it's a handy thing to paint like this, because then you can delete them or know which one you're going to be deleting. Arr, there be truth in that words. All right, so ramp E here. I was actually pretty impressed with Chronulus yesterday. Going all ham on all of the names. She seems to be enjoying building much more than she did when she first started. What can I connect to a ramp E? Yeah, the little electric razor, the chopper. Marvin wasn't built for mobility though. Oh, we can use a ramp E double. Especially considering that we're not going to be painting. I don't think we'll be painting the edges. So that means that we can use a ramp A double here. That will preserve this. Okay. That kind of comes down like a clamp, almost. It's not really breaking the tech tree. You want to hear about breaking the tech tree. I wonder if I still have the blueprint. I have a blueprint, which I've been using forever, that is just a constructor. Not is it just a constructor or just a deconstructor? I may not have it here. But basically, it was just a deconstructor and a core and 3 trussing blocks. And that's all it was. And I would just do that so I didn't have to unlock the deconstructor. Okay, so we've got that all good. Let's put a slap a coat of paint on that. Our base colors. Oh, I gotta choose texture. That would help. I can't wait till they fix that. So they fixed it so that you can see it on the tool. But I'm still looking in the lower right corner, and even though the tool is red, the lower right corner still shows that it's gray. Oh yeah, well, I mean, come on. Self-complimenting there, Escarly. That's your vector, and you know it's your vector. I asked you if it was okay. You said, huh? Well, it's in the game. Anybody can copy it. And so I did. Had to spawn to put it in your words, had to spawn the bloody thing in just to figure out how you did it. You really enjoy that piece, corner C? No, corner C. I think it's corner C. I don't know which piece it is, but I dislike that piece. But you make such good use of it. This one, corner C, I was right. Yeah, I really have not yet mastered how to use that. But you have certainly mastered that piece in particular. The things that I've seen you do with it are quite impressive. Oh, speaking of which, here's one for you. I borrowed this from you. Can't remember what POI you were working on, and I glimpsed and gleamed you doing this. It might have been the redoing one of the Creel ones. So I pinched that from you. The Galactic HQ, probably. Yep, I did. That was the one. So there's the whole assembly there is Hempy, is not Hempy, is Heckendiver. And then this turret placement I got the idea from Hempy because he just loves using these walls to make lines and ribbing on the ship. So I kind of pinched that concept. I'd like to do more of it because it's a very very unique. Not really necessarily unique. I've seen a lot of builders use it, but he uses it extensively. And I can appreciate that because it gives a very common look to all of his ships. Now, if we could just get him to paint better in different colors, but he hates painting, so what can we do? I mean, that's how you learn, right? You see what other people do, and you take it, you adapt it, you make it your own. None of the greats of anything would be the greats of anything if they didn't build upon what previous people have done. Sooner or later, though, you develop your own kind of style, which ends up being an amalgamation of everything that you've seen other people do. Okay, so now we've got to get this to match with this here, which is going to be a tough one. I mean, I look at, now that I've seen the Star Warden, I look at Jay's stuff and I'm like, looks like he picked up a bunch of stuff from the Star Warden. It could just be two people who build them in a very similar style. Maybe we should play the avoidance game. Oh, let's go with Sense of Mystery. I'm thinking glass here, because if I put glass here, then you can see the core, assuming this is going to be mostly an empty space. And I would like to see the core. Put some turrets in there. If we're going to do that, then we should fold back these sides. The problem is, up here is not really conducive for folding back. Unless we bring it in. If we are going to bring it in, I'd like to have some space, or at least like one block before the fold begins. We can actually probably spare 3 blocks before the fold begins. We also need to make sure that we can line up the glass, which as it stands is not lined up. This is much wider. So we need to push this out. And then push this out. That's overlapping. Okay, I'm going to start from this block here and see where it takes me. I want this block to meet with these blocks. If I use the slice corner A, 1, it will give me a cut corner C, which is not good enough. Unless, of course, I could just go wackadoodle and just slap this very piece right here. And it'll form a line all the way around here with a ramp D, obviously. But I don't have any recourse for this. Is there a block between these two? Yes, there is. Okay, so what if we use a slice corner A2 here? which of course brings us to the corner small c. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Oh, yo. Let's bring it back. I haven't listed streets of Mumbai in a long time. Okay. Let's color this up. Come on. So I picked up Civilization 6. I think it's going to be a couple months before I start playing that. But I'm still looking for this year's game. That's last year's game, because I didn't buy one last year. Cut corners C would work here. But it would be too big. I think I looked at Solaris, but I didn't actually... Like, I saw it on the list, but I didn't actually look at the game itself. I'm kind of looking for something that's like Empyrean and 7 Days to Die, where I could build and all that fun stuff. I do have Fragmented, but I really haven't given it a try. Alright, I'm just going to put the piece in and see what it looks like. But I don't think there's Oh, actually... No, that could kind of work. That could kind of work. But we'd have to build up from here, so we'd have to change it. I think I've seen that too. But there's no, like, getting out of your ship, right? It's all in the ship. I guess it would be a full block, right? Okay, now, to see it, I need to paint it. And then if we put a ramp D here, that gives us that line there. Ah. The blight of building and survival. Naturally, this is going to be a ramp E. Okay, good. Now, here is... Well, actually, if we use a slice corner D, we can bring it up to the same width. That. But then we have this issue here. This is where a slice corner A1 wouldn't be, would solve the problem pretty much. Okay, okay. We'll go with the original idea then. But hey, gotta try. Otherwise, you will never know. And not knowing, half the battle lost. Let's go relax and advancing glitch. That reflects my mood. Okay. I really do want the glass to start at this level. How can we make that happen? Just testing something. Oh, okay. Okay. So if the cable is pressed down, it doesn't do it as much. If the cable is pressed up, okay. Let's see if I can fix this with a rubber band. Because, you know, rubber bands solve a lot of things. Come on, stretch. Stretch me, rubber band. Just choosing the pieces for me now. I'm just going to put an incredible amount of pressure on it. Okay, that's too much. Ooh, what happened? There we go. Okay, I have an idea. There we go. Come on. Okay, let's see if this helps. There we go, that's much better. Okay. Hopefully the rubber band will hold the cable in place. Now. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, why am I turning so fast? There we go, much better. Okay. Problem with the heavy windows is there's no way to curve this back in any way. There we go, that should cover it. Window Q. Yep, use control here. Stretch. All right. H full glass. Oh, okay. Keep the music going with ambient, dancers, lyrics inside. Oh, that rubber band is so fixing that problem. Okay, let's step back and take a look. Okay, so this wall will meet it. Oh, we disconnected. It is. It's always very nice. Satisfying is the word. Oh, we did fill in this in. Okay, good. Hmm. It seems like it's the right answer, but it's not the right answer. Okay, so maybe we work from up here. I hope your windows are one block back from this. Okay, the key is this block, this ramp A. I think... Oh. Cut corner B. No, not quite. We'd have to put the cut corner B earlier. There. Dang it, should have painted that first. Oh well. I'm gonna guess that this all has to change. We could still follow this trend because we have a solid block behind it. It's when we get to the next block that's the issue. Build yourself into a corner. I mean, we could still do a ramp C here. Okay, maybe the key is cut corner B. Let's put that in right here. That's gonna be a tough piece to fill. Well, actually, no, it won't be because we can use... it's this one. So it's corner A1 medium. And that may actually preserve our line in a strange way. Because... Oh. This goes in. Does this need to go in? Not necessarily, but I do like the shaping. Okay, we can mitigate that too. By using a... If I use a cut corner B, I don't think it's going to preserve the line as well. Well, no. Still doing it. Yeah, that's just going to end the line. I want that line to travel further. And I'm not entirely sure I can actually paint that line. Let's find out. No. Can't paint it because of... what the hell piece is this anyways? The cut corner C. The cut corner C has failed me. Stop pushing me forward. Nope, it's not stopping. The rubber band is not helping. Okay. Get rid of the rubber band. I don't know why this keeps on happening. Well, the other option is cut corner B. You can't switch out the C though. It's a shame. We're talking about, we're using this piece, right? Could use this piece, the notched A. But that wouldn't give us that line. Right. This line exists because can't use that because we're using this one at the bottom. The side of this one is a ramp A. That's why we need the cut corner C. To right of the cut corner C. The cut corner E is not going to work. That's not going to work. Unless we change this piece here to be something else. Which actually we can do. We can get that line, which is okay. And then don't do this line. That'll be all right. I like the shape more than I care about the texturing, so. Oh, we may not. Do we even need this wall here? Oh, yeah, we do. For now. Okay, good. That is acceptable. Now, how do we get this to work? That can be... Oh, what is that piece? That's a weird one. Let's go with Jump into that. Give me 60 seconds here, Mark. Oh, there's a hell of a lot of not perfect in this whole ship. So, I'm already following that philosophy. But in this instance, I'm okay with this. I'm happier with the shape that results. The tough one. Oh no, it isn't. What am I thinking? I know exactly what piece should go in there. The problem is not the piece that will go in there. The problem is the piece that will go after it. It's a corner half B. There is another choice when it comes to the corner half B. There's another option. I can't remember what it was. Hey, Gold. How's it going? Are you ready for some punching cops in the face and watching their heads explode? I cannot remember what was the substitute piece for this. There was a substitute piece for it. We could go the other way. I don't think there is any piece separate. Big Mama. What I'm always working on. Oh yeah. This piece. Come on. Don't do this. Or should I say, don't start this. This piece is a substitute. Am I hearing double? I am hearing double. I know what that means. Okay. Yeah, single. Okay. It's a substitute for this piece, but not in this configuration. So my only real choice is corner half B. I mean, 1004 XL thrusters. So, yeah. Yeah, boy. Could I get away with a ramp B behind this? Or is this perfectly aligned with... Hmm. It would go here is another question. That would have to be a cut corner A. So cooperate. Well, since gold is here, let's play. If I don't paint her when I'm done, yes, she will look like a flying sun because, I mean, so bright. And of course, we all know what piece this is going to be. Interesting. Oh. If we destroy this line, we put a corner half B here. I don't even... It's hurting my brain looking at this now because I can't even figure out how I did... Oh yeah, okay, now I get it. No, I don't get it. That's a ramp A. Oh, I'm gonna die soon. Ooh. Don't try to level. Container extension. I should have put an O2 tank here. Or an O2 dispenser. I wonder when Tic Tac's gonna come back to Empyrean. Maybe I should work on this ship a little bit more, make it better for him, so when he does come back. That's interesting. I never really realized that one of the thrusters were like that. Is that a thruster? I feel like the builder wouldn't do this. Which direction is it facing now? Pointing downwards. Interesting. I'm upside down. Okay, good. I don't know if he's after a hard POI. He likes breaking things, right? And I'm sure he'll be interested if there's a lot more additions as far as POIs and stuff, but I think he's more after new mechanics. I really don't know why it puts you, like it puts it in the first slot every single time. Okay, so that works out. Still debating about this. Guess it'll do for now. Okay. Might be able to change these blocks out to give it a little bit more shape. How many blocks? This is only 2 blocks though. Alright, we'll look at that later. I've got to figure out how to get this to cover this. Also, I'm pretty sure we can pretty much take this all the way up. Regret. Oh well, too late. Just go with it. Well, after that, I think we'll have to step it up a notch and go with Happy Screw Up. Okay. I really wish there was a triangular piece of this heavy glass akin to this piece here. Only thicker, obviously. Obviously. Oh. In one block, I need this to go back. Not going to worry about how it connects here, because that doesn't matter. What matters is how we pull it off from here. Maybe a cut corner E? Better would be a cut corner D. So we have that little line. It doesn't really match with this piece though, does it? And we'll have an overhang. Okay, let's try a different approach. We'll work with the piece that connects to the cut corner D. Could use this one, or this piece. That's okay. Let's give it a try. No, ramp B. Okay. Solid blocks. Not enough for a turret. I wouldn't mind having a turret here. Does line up very nicely with this line, though. So I guess the answer is to collapse this section. Even though I like what I've done. We will hopefully make it better. Okay. And message in a Bible sense, welcome. I think next time, I really need to go out and fight. But I do have that Eradicator sitting out there in that system. And the more we take out, the less Lieutenant Commander has to face. Okay. Let's see. We need to pull this back from here. Let's stick with what we did. Let's see if we can get away with it. I use the medium because that lines up. Really don't understand how this small itty-bitty piece weighs 1.3 tons, but this piece weighs 1.36. The scaling is not equivalent. So, a slice corner D, nope. Slice corner A1, but there's no one that would work. Doesn't exactly line up. I'm okay with it. Might swap out those pieces. Do I have any carbon substrate? I'm getting irradiated. It's not like these are really gonna stop anything, so... The more I can reduce the weight, the better. I'm considering going around and removing all the combat steel and just replacing it with carbon substrate. Because none of the carbon combat steel blocks are really essential for defense. As you know, is usually more than enough. In any place where I have used combat steel, generally I've put Xeno behind it. Because combat steel is like butter when it comes to taking hits. Compared to, you know, good old reliable Xeno. Baited. Let's see. I suppose Carnus is a little bit right and a little bit of a baiter. Alright, let's see. That's curious. Please stop doing that. There we go. Put in 3 and brace out of that store. Nah, okay, that's fine. Let me change these pieces as well. So I'm ready to order the Paddle's reliable. Hold on. Ah, I see you. I see you.
Hear ye, hear ye. Announcements incoming.
Hear ye, hear ye. Pay attention and listen, for I have a story to tell you. The story of the bad, old, unreliable Xeno. And how it has failed at every step possible. When it comes to the textures and the color choices, there is no greater failure than Xeno. Sad to see its strengths reduced and crumbled to nothing, all because of a lack of textures. For it would truly be the greatest material ever, if only it would look better. Sadly, that is not the case, which brings us back to the announcement at hand. Bad old unreliable Xeno failed us once again. Alrighty. We could do this, or we could go hempy on it. I'm gaining an appreciation for his style, so... Fair. That's fair. There's not enough hatred in your words. Okay. Now, there would be the inclination to fill those lines in, but I'm actually going to leave it like this. I'm okay with that, the ridges and everything. Alright, that brings us to closing off this. Which, in all honesty, 1, 2, 3. So we can get a turret here. That's good. Das ist good, yeah. Yeah, das ist good. I can even potentially put some sentry guns in here as well. I mean, why the hell not? Right? But I think I'm going to take a page from the Star Warden. How did he do that? Is there actually enough space? Yeah, I think there is. I don't know for sure. I think I need a block underneath it. Let me just go take a look at the part of the Star Warden that I'm actually thinking of. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. Makes perfect sense. I really wish they would fix that, because if you just, like, have not clicked the enable controller, it should not turn on automatically. But hey, add it to the long list of things, and it's probably going to be one of the last things that are fixed, because I don't really care about controllers as much as the other things, and I'm happy with that. I'd rather have them fix a whole bunch of other things beforehand. Now, how big is this section? This is a 5x3. He's done it using ramp A's, corner half B's, and ramp or cut corner B's. So I think our space is not big enough to do something like that, and you definitely need blocks underneath it. We could get away with something smaller like this, which is just a ramp A and cut corner B. Just the texturing is so beautiful. Like, that is just so clever. Especially like these. I mean, like, those are just lines. That's fine. But this here, this is Escarly level trickery. Of course, he did it first, so. Oh, did I leave that on again? Ida, open registry. Thank you, Ida. All right. Let's see. Eee. Old. So we only have a section of 2x5. I think we can still pull off something. Something grandiose. Something amazing. Something. Perhaps. Perhaps. But I don't know for sure. Music, maestro. Yes, indeed. Let's go with Epic Pop Dance, if I can find it. I think this is it. My finger pressed the button randomly. Okay. I don't know if there's a way to get a proper edge here. One question I do have. As you've been building this over a very long period of time, and as over time the building style change, is there any part of the ship you'd want to revamp? Well, let me answer that question. Let's go for a ride around, as it were. My biggest issue with it is, and this has been a problem from the get-go, and I don't think there's any way around it, is it looks kind of stubby because of the bulk in the center. I don't really think there's any way around it. These edges here, I have not done anything with, and the plan was always to change them, so that doesn't really matter. I'm happy with most of this stuff here. These have been done recently, so that's been changed. A lot of it has been changed. over time. I don't know. I kind of feel like all of this could be better shaped rather than being flat. So I might come back and do something with that in the front and the back. There are definitely some surfaces that need love and care. I think for the most part, I'm quite happy with the results. I just wish I could go further out. Sadly, this block here is the limit of how far I can go that way. You know, it kind of does have a consistent thing going to it. You might want to change these hangers up here. And the top is very, very flat, but might do something with that. I might have to move these doors up higher so that the turrets at the back won't be obstructed. So that might change. I think for the most part, overall, I'm happy. Even though there's been changes in style and experience and whatnot. Might want to take that window out. Still not sure about that. This here has to be changed as part of the whole thing. But I think the biggest glaring thing that I want to fix, and it's not a matter of want, it's a matter of I will, is these lines here. I want to redo these in some other way. So I'm probably, that's why they're not painted, is because I'm pretty much going to reclaim all of these blocks. Not quite. I mean, something needs to go there. There's no doubt. I do want some form of shaping, but I'm wondering if I should just end it somewhere here instead of having it go all the way to the top. So this is something that I'm going to go back and revamp. Overall, though, I mean, it's janky all over, so, you know, consistency. It's consistently janky. I have to do something with this as well. Probably bring it down and open up this section on the inside. I mean, I think you may remember the original shape where it was just the body and those 4 nacelles, right? A whole heap of crap has been added to it. This whole section here, these back wings, the front wings, all of those weren't really part of the original design. I don't know if it shows or not, but they were just added later on. After the idea of, oh, well, hey, you know, this fits Paranoia Pinky 2, but it doesn't fit Pinky 4, so we need to make it bigger. And this is the result of that, making it bigger. Not sure. These originally were just flares that came out that didn't go out. Like, they just went till here, I think. So they've been extended backwards. Yeah, no. I think for the most part, I'm happy with the great majority of it. The only thing is, the stuff that I did before is far more detailed, I think, than the stuff that I'm doing now. Right? Like this stuff. And stuff like this. A lot more ridgy. But I've kind of kept that going in a lot of other places. Like here, in the back. This was very difficult to figure out how to sort this. So yeah. I would say despite all of the changes over time, I'm quite happy with the way it is and the way it turned out. There will be a lot of little changes, but overall, I'm satisfied. I think a lot of this is just going to be straight up turrets all along here. And this needs to be sorted as well. Also need to tie in. I'm wondering how fast it'll fly with just using all of the L thrusters that are available. So, to answer your question, just apart from those two things at the top, there's not a lot that I'm planning on changing or even see a need to change. There will be tweaking and like little changes, especially to flat surfaces, because, you know, we all hate flat surfaces. Oh my, please stop. I'm trying to stop the ship. You just keep on pushing me forward. Actually, I need to get closer. Because this is my light. Interesting. Alright. So this kind of made it curve. How do I preserve that? Going backwards is a question. Alright, that'll be the next focus. For now. I hope that answered the question, by the way. So, those two pillars are probably the only thing that I really want to really see a need to change. I'm just avoiding it because of the pain of removing them. And I don't need the pieces right now. Oh, speaking of which, the music back. Bring the music back. Let's go with... I'm not fixed yet. So this allows us to do a line here, all along this. And I put in the Yamato. That's one thing I changed. I think I watched the movie, the Japanese live-action movie Yamato, and I came up here, and as soon as after I saw that, I immediately changed the bridge here to look like the Yamato bridge, because I was like, I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, this is a huge, massive flat surface. Probably end up tearing it up. This window is probably going to get cut short around here, because I'll put up different tiers so I can put a bunch of probably artillery, just a massive line of artillery going backwards, you know, going up block by block from here. Just so, you know, whenever it gets close to the enemy. But yeah, I think mostly it's because, like, as time went by, I developed my, and I'm gonna put this in massive air quotes, my style, and I don't really have a style yet, but my style has kind of evolved out of what I've already been building, so... You know what the answer is? I think the answer is a ramp A, cut corner A. Oh my, please stop. Oh, can I get away with... I can get away with. No, I can't. I don't want to push this back any further more than I have already. Oh, you know what? What if we use this? 1, 2, 3. Alright. This is not the way. Actually, I can be lazy too, and not have to put a block underneath it. What the hell? Oh, I didn't put the block in because I was there. That's the thing about your own building style over time. In some cases, you can look back at an old build and no longer like it. When I look at the Torment now, for example, there's a few things I don't like about it. I mean, hell, if I look back at, you know, like, I think Pinky 2 in particular, I would change some of the things in that. Alpha Pinky, I'm always happy with Alpha Pinky. It's not my best build, but I put so much thought into the shaping and everything in that one. Like, I'm really happy with it. I'm very, very unhappy with the interior, but I'm still, as far as interiors are concerned, I'm not good at interiors. As far as ships are concerned, even really bases. I'm not really good at doing interiors. Like, I'm happy to admit that. That is. I mean, I'm not really that good with exteriors either, but I'm much worse with interiors if we're gonna go comparing, right? To make this. Yeah, they look tidy, but that's only because I've left an exorbitant amount of space on the inside. That's one thing that I've noticed over time is if you really want to have a nice interior in a base, you need a lot of space. You don't necessarily need a lot of space for the stuff that you're going to put in there, but you need a lot of space to be able to section it off into different rooms and different sections. And generally, when you think of a base, you want to, keep it small, keep it tight, keep it, minimalist, if you will. But the reality is, if you want it to look functional and like a real actual base, you need a lot of space. A lot of space. I did revamp the inside of Alpha Pinky, but there's, again, going back to the statement that I just made, there's not a lot of space in that ship, and it was designed so tight because a specific tank was supposed to fit into it, and that tank is no longer valid without some serious finagling. And the next version of it is not only wider but longer. So the revamp will fit the new version of it, which is the tank I'm talking about is the Typhoon MK4 by Style Limits, because I love Style Limits. Although after taking apart the tank, both of his tanks, and building one in his style, I think he may not be as good as I believed he was, but he's very good at making things that he does look the same and have that consistent look, and also making the texturing work really well with the shaping that he does. Plus, his stuff looks like Gundams. So, you can't go wrong with stuff that looks like Gundams. I mean, come on now. Let's see. This piece here. Oops. Oh my god. Well, the controller was so good before. What happened now? I really got to get on that. The only problem is, like, ordering the cables is really easy, but I'm also going to have to get a new set of headphones because these they've lasted a long time. I've had these headphones for many years now. And realistically, I'm not really in that much of a hurry because the problem that is only occurring every once in a while, but there's a little button in the middle, a little connector that has a wheel for the volume and a little switch to mute the mic that's on the headset. And every once in a while, it starts crackling really badly. Obviously, I can only I can hear it. But that is super annoying, and it's painful because it's really loud. So I'll probably be looking to switch those out. I guess now that I think about it, maybe I'll just not worry about the headphones for now. And and order the cables. But there was another group of things that I wanted to get for the stream to be able to do specific things. And those, I'm going to have to really pay attention to what I get and the quality of what I get, because I want it to be a one-time purchase. I can't afford to get the wrong thing, because I cannot afford to replace it. Hell, I can't even afford to ship it back at this stage. So, you know, the problem is finding good quality stuff takes time. Reading thousands of reviews and figuring out what exactly is wondering if cut corner C is the answer here. Yep. Yep. I want to go from a ramp A shape to a cut corner C corner. Oh no. No, because this has to be a full block. I want to use a retractable turret here. Grr. Okay. Right, let's just put a full block in here. So that has to be that shape. Originally, I was thinking about using a ramp A double, because then the back of the turret would still sit there, but does it really matter if it's a retractable turret? It's pretty well back. It's not going to take that much damage compared to, say, the thrusters and all of the other turrets that will probably be lining the top of this. So I guess we could just straight up put a turret here on top and not worry about it. In which case, that gives us better building options. However, maybe I will keep the centerpiece a solid piece. Which now brings us to the issue of how do we get these things? I think the answer is a ramp connector B. That might be the answer. Let's go on nobody's full set. A ramp connector A, because it has that little lip. So if we use it here, no, that takes us. I mean, it looks good, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. I mean, okay, so cut corner E or D, right? And then so what is it on this side? It's just a well, what if we use, can we use a connector B here, or connector A here? Not really, because opposite the side that we want to use is not a flat side. I just realized, what is that? That's a reindeer. I thought it was Pikachu. Ooh, Hmm. Hmm. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Ah. Wait. Can we? Hmm. Yep, yep. Alright. Oh, even better is we could go with this one. There we go. Okay. Since we're putting the turret on top, it doesn't matter what block this is, right? So then... we could actually make this an exit. Like a drone hatch or something. I think I would want to go around it. We have a hatch here, or like a door or something. So you can come out. Stop pushing me forward, please. Pop your head out. Whoop. Whoop. Well, actually, you'd be popping your head out behind the turret, so. Alright. It's not exactly Star Warden material, but I like it. It can stay. I mean, we could even put the shutters here, a shutter door here. Right. And that would give us an airtight surface. Anywho, yes. I'm satisfied with the results that I have accomplished. Is a very good, yes. Yeah. Okay with that. So, the next thing we need to figure out is how to bring this down to meet this here. And, you know, this also has to go with it. So this whole thing has to go down to meet this. And we're not really concerned about, like, we could bring it straight down, it doesn't matter, because the opening for the doors is already there. So that's not an issue. I don't think we can do anything with the side space here. We could have a small hangar. So I'd put in separate doors, just a small hangar for small vessels to park in here, but it's actually not a dangerous place. I was thinking to myself, this is a dangerous place, but it's not really a dangerous place. So yeah, we could put small hangars here to cover up the thrusters and everything. You'd have a 4-block, 5-block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-block. So a small vessel would definitely fit in there. Offshoot hangars. You could also have another bigger offshoot hangar, maybe here, depending on how we shape this section. Because I don't know. I mean, I wanna preserve the monkey thrusters. Got to keep the monkey thrusters. They can't go. They got to stay. Although I'm really considering now that we need to move the monkey thrusters forward, and that might require us to override the safeties on the nanites so we can get them to move it forward. This is all going to be part of the bottom. Maybe even we we might be even able to get away with putting a walkway here, right? So if we have any tanks stored at the bottom, they can drive their way up and get up into this section and be, you know, picked up by a small vessel coming out of here and then blown out. We'll probably use the inner part of these walls for a bunch of turrets as well. That probably cannon turrets, because we could hover over a POI and just blow the crap out of it, just using the front section here. And bring that down. Now the next problem is going to be shaping this around and bringing it down to meet here. Although we do have 3 blocks to work with, but technically we could push this out another 3 to meet here, but it's not enough to meet with this. So that's a consideration. In between these is going to be empty space, but this wall will have to come forward. So this whole section here will have to be closed off. Once this section is closed off, we'll then move to filling in the inside of this. And then finally we'll go down and work on the bottom, which is going to be the bulk of the remainder of this. Then, actually, let's go back to Zod. Once we get to that level, then the fun part starts. Then we get to paint this large, extremely large monstrosity. Where did it go? Hey Zod, where are you? Oh, there you are. So yeah. See, and you can see the core from here too. That's the part that I like the most. I think I might find a way to keep this completely open, so you can see that core just staring at you. Big mama. Then we start slapping turrets on every single possible surface we can. I really want this to be able to just sit, if necessary, between a massive army of ships and just assault them all at the same time and take the hits. Just keep on taking hits and hits and hits and hits and just keep going. Which means a lot of distribution of generators and fuel tanks and stuff like that, so that I'm kind of tempted to put generators next to the thrusters or in the vicinity of the thrusters, so that if that whole section is taken out, it takes out the generator and the thruster, but then all of the other thrusters have generators to keep them going. You'll have to finish your Eternal Starvation. I would, you know what? I would like a test scenario where the Eternal Salvation, basically every dreadnought in the game, including the legacy dreadnoughts, are just sitting there waiting, right? And just have this thing try and fight them all and see what happens. I'd be curious. Just to see if it has that oomph. You know what? That's... Scarlet, I think that's honestly a good idea. Because the AI is not that good, right? But if it's targeting specific things, so for example, your plasma cannons are really good against shields, so it doesn't matter what they target, right? But like your missile launchers, if your missile launchers are targeting something that's inside of the ship, like anything that has an explosion should be targeting the inside of the ship, something that's inside the ship, because it'll do so much more damage on the surface, right? Like you have your plasma cannons and your lasers, especially your lasers. If they're going after just the turrets, that's fine. Let them go after the turrets, because it's just every hit is taking down the shields, right? But for explosive stuff like rockets, ooh, have them go after the warp core. Just watch the rockets rip holes right through the ship, you know? And that's, I mean, like, that's a way to make the AI deadlier than it already is. The blind assault on everything is, I mean, it's aggressive, sure. It's damaging, sure. But does it actually present that much of a challenge? No, not necessarily. Artillery, yep. Artillery would be good too. Rockets at generators. Generators as well, yeah. Maybe a through thrusters. Thrusters. What would I have targeting the thrusters? You could actually use the plasma cannons to target the thrusters as well. So I would say lasers, laser turrets specifically going after turrets. And plasma cannons going after turrets and thrusters, because there's always a target. Rockets and artillery going after warp cores and generators, right? And that way also it's less vicious, because having everything target the generators is vicious. Having everything target the warp core is vicious. You know what I mean? Having everything target the turrets, sure. But then when you run out of turrets, the ship's still going to be able to float around and maneuver, so that's not effective, right? So it's a challenge, though. Doing it is going to be challenging as well, because it's going to present its own problems. I can't stop moving forward, can I? There we go. All right. Well, I think we're going to leave it here. So, as always, I remind you to take care of yourselves and one another, and may the Force forever be in your favor. This is Commander Black, signing out.
My name is Ida.